Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. In today's video guys, we'll be working on a Mazda 2.3 turbo engine guys. This engine has been used in Mazda CX-7 and it has been used guys in Mazdaspeed 3. We'll show you guys how to remove and how to replace variable timing actuator, known as variable timing sprocket guys, right here. Stay with us guys, and that's what we'll be doing. We will have more than 200 videos on this car and every car we get at the shop, because our mission guys is to save you as much money as we can by providing these free videos to you. All we need guys in return, subscribe, like the video guys, and drop a comment below, let us know if it was helpful. Now, in order guys to get to it, we need to remove the timing chain and get to that part. Okay, so check out the link in the description of the video below, how to get to that part, how to remove the timing chain, timing covers and all that stuff. This is first part of the video. Part 1, it will be listed in the description of the video below, or you can find it on our channel, and then we can proceed with removing that variable timing sprocket. So let's start on it now. So now guys, we need a 13-16 socket, fits really good on, or 21mm I believe. Right here on the, you can see on the camshafts, you have a hexagon part that you can hold it with a wrench, with a pipe, and you have the plate on the back, but never rely on the plate itself, because you can break the camshaft, so be careful. And now we're going to go ahead guys, okay, and get that bolt loose. Okay, perfect. This bolt came loose, you can see like that. Now we're going to remove it all the way. Okay, perfect guys, this is the bolt. Now you can see these two marks, okay, right here. I'm going to show you in a second, they're aligned. Okay, there is two teeth that are aligned. Now we just grab that thing and pull it out guys. Okay, the direction of pulling it out, okay, it's like that in our case. The way we removed it, that's how we're going to install it. Okay, just the way we removed it, that's how we're going to install it. And in our case, okay, that tooth right here was facing straight up guys. Okay, this one was facing straight up. So the thing that I was talking, that needs to be aligned on the front, otherwise something is wrong. Okay, this teeth right here, you can see that notch. On both it needs to be aligned. So that's how you remove guys the actuator, the variable timing gear sprocket here guys. The other sprocket, you remove it the same way like we do this one. Okay, now we have one washer here, okay, that stayed on the camshaft, so be careful not to forget this one. This is what it looks like without it. There, it's not keyed or anything like that, so it will be very important, okay, how we're going to put that thing together now. Okay guys, so what we're doing now, okay, it's you can find your manual guys to follow the instructions, because it's really complicated. But what we do at the shop, no guarantee that it will work for you. Always consult with your manual, but we'll explain what we do. So you get a new variable timing actuator guys. Okay, you need to install it. Okay, what we do, okay, I don't tell you that you need to, because you need to consult your manual to double check everything. We usually mark the tooth on the old one and put the same mark on the new one, and later guys, okay, we get it on the, okay, on the engine, on the camshaft like that. Now the thing about it is, if you just go ahead and get it tight now, you can move like half a tooth, okay, let's say this way or this way, and that will make the chain between the two camshafts extremely loose, which can cause damage. So what we do, we get the old chain, place it between both. Let's say, okay, you just move a little bit, check out that gap guys, that's not good. So we're going to go ahead, okay, get it tight like that by hand until we don't have, okay, timing chain slap right here, no slack at all. So we're going to go ahead, okay, every time you install it guys, you need to install a new washer and a new bolt. Okay, we're demonstrating on this old engine here, so we'll be just putting it together like that. But we're waiting on the new parts, and you can check out guys where we get our parts from, okay, in the description of the video below guys, please check it out. So we're going to go ahead, get this one tight by hand. Now while, okay, one person is holding with a wrench here, okay, we're going to hold the camshaft with a wrench. We have the torque range set, okay, according to the manual that I found, it's set between 69 and 75 Newton meters. 69 or 75 Newton meters. We have ours, okay, Newton meters, okay, it's set at 75 now. Okay, while one person is doing that with the torque wrench and holding the other wrench, I'm going to hold the slack here to make sure we don't have any slack. So be careful not to break your fingers if the wrench breaks or something. And you go until you hear the click. This is it, guys. Okay, right there. You can see. Now we are ready with that part. We got it tight. Now the other one, guys, the same way like this one. Pretty much you remove it, guys. Installation the same way, the torque specs is the same. You have to reuse new bolt and new washer every time you remove them. So if you're doing the timing chain replacement with the sprockets here, guys, always get the new bolts, new sprockets, new chain, new tensioner. If you're just doing the timing chain and the tensioner, you don't even need to worry about those. That's how we do it most times, because that thing could get complicated. So all the tools and parts, guys, that we use are listed in the description of the video below. Please check it out. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and see you guys next time.